everybody, it is 2:30 on Monday the 8th and I have not written yet, so I haven't done anything to prepare for this week. So I still have to figure out what scenes I want to write this week, all that good stuff. I'll show you guys what my planner ended up looking like because I think I've been showing my calendar pages, I just haven't shown the weekly pages. So this is what the pages ended up looking like, where I just used a highlighter to time block, and they weren't always like exactly on spot when I was writing because some of this time sheet goes from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. That doesn't exactly work for my hours. I have been waking up earlier, but sometimes, you know, I'm working past 10 o'clock, so but I just kept track of my word count and like my general page count and my daily total word count, so I would be able to see it, because obviously when I'm world building there's no word counts for that. And then over here I just listed the scenes I wanted to work on and what I wanted to work on for my world building, and even though I changed a couple scenes around, I did end up doing all of those 7 scenes that I wanted to do. So overall this was like a really productive week, and already, because I'm starting in the afternoon, I don't know how this week is going to go, but I'm going to fill out the scenes that I want to do and go from there. And here's an update for my Trello board. I just put all the stuff I was working on, still only working on this, and then I guess this week I'm hoping to work on my vampire colonies, which I don't actually have them filled out yet, but that's probably what I'll work on if I do that. I don't know if I feel like working on that today though, because I have quite a few scenes left to finish, so I'm going to figure out what I need to do for that first. Okay, so here is my goal for this week, basically, for my revisions. It's just another 7 scenes, hopefully, and working on my vampires. I don't know that I'll be able to get much further, but we shall see. It is 2:30. I have to go to the library, the dog park, so I'm gonna go do that first, and then when I come back, I will probably sit down to start writing. Again, my goal is 3 hours a day. I do try to do a little bit more if possible. My goal is maybe 4 hours today, since it's already pretty late and I'll get home in time to eat dinner, and then maybe be able to sit down for a few hours and then relax and watch TV with my mom, because actually, even though that was one of my ideas for camp of like relaxing at night, all last week that really didn't happen. So I'm gonna hopefully try to change that this week and actually sit down and watch TV. It's just I've been getting tired at weird times, and I'm blaming my medication mostly, but we'll see what happens. So I'm excited to delve into this and see how far I can get. Okay, I will check back with you guys. Morning. No, it's afternoon. I don't know what time it is, but it's probably 2:30, something like that. I did write yesterday. I only filmed a little bit of it, and then I didn't do an update because my anxiety was getting the better of me and I just didn't feel like it. So I did manage to write from 7 to 11. It was kind of pretty close to, you know, today, but I did manage to get 4 hours done. I finished 1 scene. I wrote 1,868 words. It was weird because I guess I didn't write it down in my weekly plan, so I added it, but I was like, oh yeah, I need to write this scene. And then I think I wrote it from the wrong perspective, because I wrote it from Kane's perspective and I wanted kind of an outsider perspective of what was happening with Emily. I think it worked. I think it made me need a little bit more work than that first draft of that scene. We'll see if it did what I set out for it to accomplish. I don't know. I'm not quite feeling up to it today, but I want to get stuff done. I might start out doing some of the world building to kind of, I don't know, wake myself up to this day. Right now, I think I'm going to try to work for an hour, maybe two on world building and see how far I get, because I only did, you know, 4 hours yesterday and it's still early today. It's just that I'm still not like really over my anxiety and stuff from yesterday, so I'm just not sure how much I'll be able to get done. If I can only manage to work for a couple hours, that would be good, I guess. And I think I would still be able to finish at least one scene that way. That's my plan, and I will check back in with you guys hopefully later today. Alright, it's 5:18, so almost 5:30. I worked on my world building for 2 hours. I was kind of watching some YouTube videos to try to catch up. I'm always trying to catch up. My watch later list is just forever expanding like the universe, and I just can't keep up with it. So while I was doing that, I was also watching videos and trying to comment and do all that good stuff. And now I'm really tired. My mom's gonna be home for dinner soon, so I will probably just eat with her. And I don't know, I guess because I'm just still not feeling great, like I'm probably just gonna call it a day. So yeah, 2 hours just world building, but I at least worked on something, so I feel good about that. Because I am ahead in my goal technically, I'm still gonna give myself a sticker because I sat down and wrote today. I did something. All right, this is it for today. I'm probably gonna watch just a couple more videos and eat and probably get ready for bed. Like, oh, that's my life. So I'll check back in with you at some point tomorrow. Until then, bye. Good morning. Nope, it's afternoon. It's always afternoon, I swear. A couple times it was morning, but no. So, funny thing, my appointment that I thought was today at 11 is tomorrow at 11. So I have to get up and do this day all over again tomorrow. But I do still have an appointment tonight at 4:03. I'm gonna be late just because I can't figure out what time my appointment is. I'm gonna write for a couple hours and see how much I can get done, and then see how I feel after my appointment. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got today. Okay, I'm done for today. I did 2 hours. I'm calling it good. So I'm hoping to get more done tomorrow, because this is another day where I'm only doing 2 hours. I'm still gonna give myself a star for it though, okay? A star, a sticker, whatever kind of sticker I use. This is 2 days in a row now doing 2 hours, which is still much better than what I had been doing. So I can't really be disappointed when I go a little bit under my goal, because this is still so much more progress than I have made in a long time. I'm looking at the scenes, so hopefully I'll be able to do some more kind of brainstorming tonight while I am kind of taking a break, I guess is the thing. All right, I will talk to you guys more tomorrow. Hello everybody, it is Thursday, right? Thursday the 11th? Yes. I was looking at the scene that I wrote yesterday. I think I know what I'm going to do for today. I wrote a little bit and added it to a card in Trello so that I wouldn't really forget about it. I like because it ties back into a scene that I've written previously, and it is a thread I would like to make sure is like a steadier thread in the next revision. This is a thread that is important, and it grows in importance over the books, you know? It doesn't mirror a previous scene, it builds onto it. So I like that. Both these characters are going to realize that things are coming to a head, even though they would still technically have a few more days in this world before the climax of the book. They're both starting to realize that the secrets between them can't stay like that. Something's going to happen. Kane knows what's happening on his end, and Emily's still kind of in the dark, but she's starting to figure things out. And Paul is over on the other side figuring things out. So it's interesting, that this idea that I had for it. I like where it's going. Important stuff happened in this tension, and now I'm just amping up the tension for a lot of the stuff that starts to pit Emily and Kane against this organization, this agency, the school. I'm getting like this kind of feeling in my head, you know, where I'm seeing the building blocks even more coming together, and I'm just like, yes, yes, yes. Okay, and on my planner I added the growing daily word count for camp. I forgot to add that on, so I've done that, and I'm now at 11,000 some odd words for camp so far. And of course that does not include any words I write for like my world building stuff. So this is just on my revisions drafting type work, so pretty good so far. That makes me want to write more. Sometimes just thinking about my book, I'm like, yes, let's finish this draft so we can move on to the next steps to making it even better. I'm gonna quit blabbering and see what I can get done from here on out. On to today's scene.
Trying to forget you, I'm all alone in a ghost town. There's a beautiful madness inside my soul, and I can't stop thinking of you, walking on the lonely avenue. Are you, are you, are you my love so wild? Please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me, baby. My love so wild, please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me a sign. Please give me a sign. Fading in the dark, all the lights go down. I'm feeling high and drunk. Close my eyes and I can't.
All right, good evening. It's technically evening right now. Okay, yesterday I wrote for about an hour. I finished that scene that I was working on. That ended up being a really short scene. And I worked on some world building, and then I went to my appointment. And I ended up spending all of my therapy session talking about writing. But it was a fun therapy session, and I talked a lot about stuff that I don't think I've even talked about on this channel, because a lot of it's just happening in my head. And I was getting some anxiety this week, so it was nice to kind of talk about it in regards to like my writing and the progress I'm making, I guess, and what my plans are and that kind of stuff. But it kind of had me like hyped up about writing, about my writing, and like the world I'm creating, and that, yeah, it's complicated and convoluted and a struggle to write in most of the time. It makes me happy. Writing makes me happy. So it was kind of nice, and it was nice to get to discuss things about my book and my story and concepts that I haven't gotten to share with anyone else, because I used to talk about this kind of stuff with my grandma to kind of like bounce ideas, describe things that are coming up, and I don't really have that anymore. So I love that it's been my therapists, my counselors, who have been at the forefront of encouraging me to write, asking how I'm doing in the last 4 months when I really wasn't doing very well, trying to figure out why and see if I can't get back on track for writing and just showing an interest in what I'm doing. I found that it really helps. It's kind of why I love the writing community, especially here on like AuthorTube, is that we do support each other. I don't mind talking about my stories and my world, the kind of hardships that I struggle with when I am trying to figure everything out, when it's a lot and it's overwhelming. So it's been nice to have at least like a couple people in my life trying to support me for my writing. I missed that, and I really want to get better at being that kind of encouragement for other writers as well. I think that means I also need to like focus on trying to pick up my own spirits as well, because I can't always be great at encouraging others if I can't even manage to encourage myself. So it was just something that I was thinking about afterwards. I was really hyped to be writing. I came home and I wrote for just another 2 hours, and I just did my world building. So that was really fun. I finished my vampire colonies for the most part. The setup of them I finished. I finished that actually earlier than I thought. Today's almost over. I will probably just write. I don't know if I'll get a head start on my next part of like the world building for the pages, because I put them on the wiki so that I could see what needed to be done. Those ones might take me a little bit longer. They're a little bit more involved, like some of the stuff I was doing before. I might get a head start on the hunters of my world, my Gillikin, and maybe I can still spend the rest of the month working on other parts of my world building, that the more complicated ones, like the ones that are really in depth, that are really up here. I just have not put them to paper as much. I did actually write out some of the world stuff, my fae and like the fae creatures, but I really want to do some narrowing down of that kind of stuff. That will be intensive, so I will hopefully be doing that maybe like the last week of camp, but we'll see. I'm going to get to writing today and see how much I can get done.
Thinking of you, walking on the lonely avenue. Are you, are you, are you? My love so wild, please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me, baby. My love so wild, please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me a sign. Trying to forget you. I'm all alone in a ghost town. There's a beautiful madness inside my soul, and I can't stop thinking of you. Walking on the lonely avenue. Are you, are you, are you? My love so wild, please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me, baby. My love so wild, please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me a sign.
Sunday the 14th, and I don't think I ended up filming very much yesterday. I kind of got in the groove of writing. I ended up writing for 6 hours. That was a lot. I don't know if I even really updated what I did the previous day, but yesterday working on, it was basically a bunch of scenes that I knew I was going to either try to combine and just pieces were going to be taken out here or there. So the first 2-hour session I took out 3,000 words, something like that. Then I wrote, rewrote. They're mostly new sections, but I'm also incorporating a lot of the old stuff into it in like a better way. I say it's like new words, rewritten words. It's hard to keep track of it once I get to this point where I'm taking words out and then using words that are already there, but also adding words. I kind of keep track of it, so I rewrote 1,425 words in those first 2 hours, and I finished one scene that I had managed to combine some stuff into. And it's interesting because, you know, the original timeline for this book happened over the course of 3 months, and kind of by the time I was starting revisions, I knew I wanted it to happen shorter, 2 months. And now the point where I'm at, it's happening over the course of a month. Book 2 happens the next month. So it's been difficult for me to look at the scenes that I already have, especially for subplots that I'm trying to rearrange, and figure out if there's adequate space for them in the first book or if they just need to all be in the next book. It's kind of yeah. I've been keeping it kind of equal with the amount of words I've taken out versus how much I've rewritten. Friday I was at 208,000 words for the book, and I've been able to bring it down to 206,000 because I took out almost 4,000 words, and I wrote new words and rewrote 3,200 something, so less than I took out, and a lot of it was already still there. So the stuff that's actually new is less than that. So it's been good because I was getting a little worried that I hit, you know, 208. I was like, so I'm down to 206, that's good. But now today I'm at a scene where it's new material, all new material. So I still have a couple new scenes to write before I can get to like the big main scene for this day. I'm trying to figure it out because I need to figure it out before I start writing. That's the thing. I'll write and I'll get stuck because I don't know what I'm doing. So I've got to figure it out. I've got to just add some new stuff, figure out what I'm doing. That's what I've got to do. That's the whole point of writing, is figure out what I got to do and write it. Why is that harder than it seems sometimes? I don't know. I'm going to eat one of these because I realized yesterday that I actually made my halfway goal on Friday. I hit 50 hours. Ah! Success. Okay, I'm gonna get to writing and I will update you guys when I'm able. Hello everybody. It's closed down my computers already. It is 8:50 at night. And I'm wrapping up today, Sunday the 14th. I wrote for 4 hours. I was kind of struggling during those 4 hours. While yesterday's scenes were fairly easy to like rearrange and figure out how to put together, today I was kind of struggling. I wasn't really fighting with it. I was just trying to figure it out, you know, and compare it to like the other scenes that I was kind of adapting it from. Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's been a week. I still feel good about the progress I've made. I'm at 60 hours after today. I'm past the halfway mark. Yeah, 40 more hours to go. I think I can do it. I'm also at 18,336 words new or rewritten this camp so far, so I think that's pretty good, considering at least one of the days I didn't even work on the revision. I only did my world building wiki, so I had a good week. I'm looking forward to starting the stuff tomorrow. I know what scenes I want to work on next week. Hopefully I'll be able to get those all done. I'm not quite on track for finishing the book revisions at the end of the month. I still think I might be able to get really close if I keep following the schedule. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm gonna close out this vlog because I know it's gonna be very long again, and I just want to thank everybody for watching and supporting me, especially all of my cabin mates, who I will link down below again just in case. Yeah, it's been a long week, and I know a lot of us are finding the second week a bit more of a struggle than maybe the first week. At least I didn't fall behind. I'm feeling the lull, I guess, but I'm kind of excited about the next scenes I get to write, so I'm looking forward to week 3 and seeing how far I can get. Alright, that's it. That's my week 2, and thank you again for watching and supporting me. If you like this video, you can hit the like button, and if you want to leave me a comment, let me know how your week 2 went, or whatever's going on in your life right now. That's cool too. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I haven't even like started to edit my first week's videos, so you know, I'm getting there. When will that happen? I don't know. Watch me, it'll just be like me doing camp videos in May. It's fine. Seriously though, I have videos from like November. That's how far behind I am with some of these videos, okay? Okay, yeah.